can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Green Bay Packers and themselves. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Ford Field.
Taken from about the 12.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
In motion left goes a tight end. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
And able to get this to the 31.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. Try to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And now here is Mason Crosby, the Packers' all-time leading scorer, but now lining up in a different uniform.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On play action, now Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
And partner, I think this is when long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking for Tonyan on the crosser, and he's got it complete. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Crosby on now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
An inside give to Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, and it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have regained the lead.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A give to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a 1st down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. give is to Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. This is Jones.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon from 6 yards away. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Again, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. possession. Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tonyan. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan from 10 yards out. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that whole conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb from 19 yards away. And the Packers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now they send a man in motion right. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. Now receiver in motion left. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Taken down at the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw is Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now they send a running back in motion right. Rodgers to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Rodgers.
He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime.
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. First throw of overtime for Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be
second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 75 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing left side, and Watson has it. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? What? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
Now they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Eric Stokes. So a win here for the Packers. And we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he's instrumental in earning this victory.
The hood know you, so we don't borrow.
locked in on the instrumental. I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1. How could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine. You cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1. How could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine. You cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Green Bay Packers and themselves. Veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Ford Field. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's a give to Jones running left. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. The slot man in motion right. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. That's good.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
A 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Jones. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 60 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. An inside give to Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Uses the stiff arm. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Rodgers now on first down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The give is to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they can rip off any sort of a gain.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers to throw. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A give to Jones.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
47-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35.
74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. There'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And now here's Mason Crosby, the Packers' all-time leading scorer, but now lining up in a different uniform. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you. But better to give up 3 than 6.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. This is Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might all stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now here's Mason Crosby, the Packers' all-time leading scorer, but now lining up in a different uniform. The kick by Crosby is good, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. And maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 10.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Throwing is Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Rodgers now on 1st down.
He'll go right back to Tonyan.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan,
28 yards. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Crosby connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
a fairly short kick from the 14.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And again, it's Rodgers. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
26. A 5-yard gain on the play.
They'll run it with Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now Jones. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. On play action, now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as well. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Okay, 15 yards. And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll try the right side with Jones. They'll get this down to the 38. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter.
Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. On play action, Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. And the slot man goes in motion left. Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. Second and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down, another shot for Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Rodgers to throw. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. get their next drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball and saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
104 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Many times the mindset of a play caller after a quarterback's thrown an interception on the previous drive is to come right back and give them a throw to get their confidence back. Give them something easy, get a completion, kind of get them settled again. Instead, this ball was tipped in the air and almost turned into an interception. Offense trying to make a big play, defense trying to make a big play, turned into an incompletion. So now maybe they can back off a little bit, try to relax it, and get him something that'll work.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On play action, it's Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
with no timeouts left. That's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Rodgers now on first down. His pass caught at the 4. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. One final try now for Rodgers. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well, and always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can S-double-E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S-T-O-P. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, 'cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried 'cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine.
For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best. We don't worry who was next. We gon' put the boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath. I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga. Put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up. Wake these boys up. Call me Folgers. Soldiers. Flow feeling colder. Some call it polar. You don't wanna box me. I'm feeling cocky. Hands stocky. Leave 'em floppy. Face Nazi. Talking all Aki. Think he big poppy. Then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious. You too sloppy. Cheap copy. I'm Rocky. Leave his eyes all glossy. But in the end zone is where you can spot when I touch down. Touchdown. Touchdown. Whenever I touch down.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Green Bay Packers and themselves. And we are underway from Houston. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Slot man moves right. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Rodgers going to throw. Steps away to his left. This is to the former Packer, Randall Cobb. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
2 yards for the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Throwing now is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 19-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run it with Jones. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, try and put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The give is to Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A give to Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Able to find Lazard. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. That took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, and probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they're going to run this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Again, it's Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In motion goes the tight end. And inside give to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Up the middle, Jones. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Christian Watson. 40 yards. And the Packers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. and 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Offense ready to get their next drive underway as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Over here.
Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been.
And that's caught inside the 30. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 24, Rodgers being chased. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Preston Smith, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
This is Jones. Preston Smith there on the stop. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Jones. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try again with Jones. And this time he is in. Aaron Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is going to have a Packers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Doubs. And some room to run now. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jones will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown tonight. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Crosby connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as early as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Looking for Tonyan on the crosser, and he's got it complete.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll give when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught. Well, it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From the 10.
Offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Rodgers gotta have this one.
Pass complete, Tonyan. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.